Asian joy, man, it's like loud. I don't know, I just picture like this big table and a family sitting around and just like food there and like people just going over and just like eat, and I don't know, just wanting everyone to like feel that joy. I think that's what makes Asian joy so special. I mentioned food because for me, food is a way to communicate love and joy. It's our love language, I think.
So when I think about joy, I think about getting together with my family, and Chinese culture is all about food. Food is one of the best mediums to reach out to non-Asian people and say, hey, we're here, we are American, and we're part of the American pantheon, and we're here, and we're not gonna go. So eat the food and love us, and stop beating on us. Because if you took away all the food we brought here, you guys are gonna be all sad.
Yeah, just being proud of it. Like, we have great food. Like, we best be celebrating that, you know? Like now I'm like, oh, I'll cook pho for you. I'll cook curry for you. Like, you know, just like gathering together in fellowship and like being able to appreciate those aspects.
I think what resonates for me is the cacophony of a Saturday afternoon, Sunday afternoon luncheon where you got 50, 75 family members showing up. You know, food's being put together, tables are being set up, chairs are like, where's this go? Aunts and cousins catching up as you know, food's being set out. You hear the sound of beer being open and wine bottles being popped, general chaos. But it's a chaos of joy.
That's really tied into Asian and Chinese culture, food. When you get together with your family, it's all about food. Going and getting dim sum. It's about, you know, having, like, myself and my cousin both had 10-course banquets for our wedding because it was all about the food. I mean, so that, to me, joy and food are interlinked.
I think also what I remember the most about my Lola and just in general is her laughter. Like, a lot of my memories involve her laughter and just being really happy. You know, that was an important part of her experience and my experience too, is to, you know, remember to laugh at stuff, because as much as she had against her, she always found, you know, a moment to laugh and be happy about stuff. So yeah, when I think of Asian joy, I think of celebration, to being together and smiles.
Asian joy, it reminds me of laughter. Like, that is the key word that comes out, like something that makes you laugh, something that is either hilarious or crazy or silly.
So for me, whenever I hear Asian joy, I think of family first, for sure. I think of food and I think of lots of people together, right? I just don't think of one person or me just having joy. It relies on having other people and just laughing. Usually happens at family gatherings around the holidays.
When I contemplated on Asian joy a little bit more, I actually think of Asian peace, and because I feel like there are emotional barriers sometimes with our culture and how we're raised and how our parents and grandparents have been raised, that these strong emotions are encouraged to be suppressed. You shouldn't be too excited, or you shouldn't be too loud, or you need to be, you know, quiet and calm. And I feel like maybe Asian peace being, let's be content with ourselves, let's embrace all spectrums of emotion.
It's this journey of like self-love through finding that identity. That's sort of, for us, one expression of Asian joy of many. And I think it takes a collection of just that, like an archive of people and what they really feel it is, to then really help shape what it means to anybody. It comes from within. It comes from a lot of digging and understanding. But on the surface level too, it comes from being able to fully accept what actually makes you happy. Not what might, by definition, should make you happy, but actually enjoying the things that you do.
It's being proud of our stories and sharing them with joy. And it's been really hard lately because there is so much of a lack of joy in the news lately. The more we share and the more we like lift each other up, the more joy we can share with each other.
I think it's just like celebration of your culture and being proud of who you are, and like seeing the beautiful aspects to being Asian.
A mixing of food blended with family, and that sort of recognition of where we are as people in that river of time, borrowed all from a very communal pool of family experience and history.
I think it's a mixture of the joy and the tragedy. I think it's a beautiful balance between what has been and what could be, you know? And I think that is rooted in the nuances of not necessarily the culture, but the people within the culture. I think that's what true Asian joy is. And I think we're finding that now, although it is a really tough time, that also feeds into what Asian joy means to everybody within the culture as well. And I think more and more people are also starting to understand that, even if you're not Asian.
Asian joy is something you keep within yourself, that you're proud to be, a Filipino, that you don't have to ostracize others because they are wanting more than you. You're me. We're the same.
Yeah.
We're the same.